Hey guys, I'm happy that you're here. My name is Bechoy and I am your plant tito from Mindanao. Tara at samahan niyo ako sa aking plant journey. To those who are new to this channel at sa mga hindi pa nakapag-subscribe, please click on our subscribe button and click on the bell notification as well para maging updated kayo sa ating mga latest uploads. And also guys, please follow me on our other social media accounts. So that's aside from YouTube. We do have a Facebook page and that is Bechoy Vlog. And we also have an IG or Instagram and our ID is Bechoy_vlog and let's talk about plants. So for today's episode, this will be a plant haul episode and we have some mix of plants from Monsteras, Anthuriums, Syngoniums, but mostly of the plants that we'll be featuring today belongs to the family of Philodendron. And actually, this is a long overdue na plant haul because I was supposed to do this some weeks ago. I got most of these plants few weeks ago pa guys, so medyo natagalan yung pag-plant haul natin, but I think this is the perfect time to share it with you. So most of the plants that we'll be sharing today guys, actually I've been eyeing on them for few months ago na. So sometimes we really have that feeling na kapag makakita tayo ng plants na gusto natin, nagkakaroon tayo ng love at first sight. So at that very moment, naka-target clock na tayo guys, and I'll make sure na yung goal natin na makuha itong mga plants ay talagang ma-achieve natin. So we have to prepare for it. Set aside some budget for it, and that is how I have felt with some of these plants that we'll be featuring. So without any further ado, let's start with our plant haul and we will begin with the family of Syngoniums. At yung pinakauna-unang plant that I will be featuring today is our Syngonium Pink Splash. So just take a look at how beautiful our Syngonium is. And this is a trailing type of a Syngonium and it's highlighted by this very sexy color pink dito na sometimes nagka-half moon or medyo nga may mga times din na nagfu-full moon ito, but in most cases makikita natin na merong mga splashes of pink dito sa ating mga dahon. And I really find this shade of pink na medyo sexy siya, parang dark seductive pink yung kanyang color. And that's what makes this plant very sexy and attractive. So if you love Syngoniums and you also love the color pink, and I think this plant is really for you. And at the very first moment I've laid my eyes on the Syngonium pink, talagang na-attract na ako guys. And I think that was some 3 or 4 months ago pa siguro. I think you have seen this one in one of our posts din sa ating IG. And it was really very attractive. So at this very moment, medyo kukonti pa lang yung ating Syngonium sa ating collection. So this one is really a very good addition. So from one Syngonium, our very first Syngonium, let's proceed further to another Syngonium because in our plant haul today we'll be featuring 2 Syngoniums. So the second one, this is our Syngonium Mojito, and just take a look at how beautiful our leaves are. So it's parang meron siyang pattern din dito sa kanyang mga dahon, similar to that of yung ating Paraiso Verde na may mga mottled na mga variegations dito sa kanyang mga dahon. It still has the typical arrowhead shape ng mga Syngoniums, and this is also a trailing type na Syngoniums. And same with any other typical na mga Syngoniums, they are fast growing na mga plants. And that also includes our Syngonium na Pink Splash, so the Syngonium Mojito. This is also a fast growing na Syngonium, and here we can see na meron talagang napakagandang quality yung ating mga dahon. Except for this one na medyo lumang dahon na niya ito. So this is one of its newest leaf, and this one naman, ito medyo malaki na siya, but then hindi pa siya masyadong obvious yung kanyang mga mottled variegations here kasi medyo bata pa yung ating dahon, but upon maturity of the leaves, siguro a few weeks time, magiging very obvious na rin yung kanyang mga variegations dito. Now, don't be surprised lang guys because our Syngonium Mojito, this is actually considered as a rare type na Syngonium, so it's a bit pricey in the plant market. So now we are done with our Syngonium family and let's proceed to our third plant. And this plant belongs to the family of Monsteras. So this is one of my few Monstera collections, and actually it's kind of unique din na Monsteras compared with our other na mga giant na mga Monsteras. This is our Monstera Standleyana albo variegata. So ito guys, I think most of you would agree that this is not your typical Monstera primarily with the shape of its leaves. Kakaiba din yung kanyang texture. It's quite thick as compared with other Monsteras. And even the petioles, it's somewhat different din yung kanyang design ng kanyang petiole as compared with the giant Monsteras and even the mga Adansonia ng mga Monsteras. So to best describe our Monstera Standleyana albo, it has that thick leaf. Medyo makapal talaga yung kanilang mga dahon, and then yung kanyang shade ng kanyang dahon, it's deep green talaga, it's dark green. Alongside with some splashes dito sa kanyang mga dahon. So yung ating mga variegations dito are color white or medyo may pagka-cream, and then sa mga panibagong dahon pala natin na ating Standleyana albo, it would go out as medyo light green siya, and then yung kanyang mga variegations, medyo light yellow siya to the point na parang mapagkakamalan mo siyang oreya, but this is actually an albo variegata, and then eventually magta-transition ito into medyo cream na or cream white na color. So aside from the splashes ng mga variegations ng ating Standleyana albo, there are also sometimes or chances na magkaroon ito ng mga half moon such as this one or yung mga malalaking mga patches. So just ito lang talaga yung pinaka-risk guys ng ating mga dahon na may mga malalaking mga variegations. It's really prone to sunburn o yung pagkakalusaw kasi nga it doesn't have chlorophyll, and then every time na masasubject ito sa matinding sikat ng araw, nagiging prone talaga ito sa damage or pagkalusaw. So ito, this is another part of our Standleyana albo, and then it's actually something in between trailing and medyo crawling na type of a Monstera. So yung kanyang internodal distances, it's quite short talaga. So it's kind of challenging din na mag-propagate tayo ng ating Standleyana. So if you're that kind of person na medyo gusto mo yung trailing type na medyo may pagka-lush din na feel, so I think this Standleyana albo and even the Aurea version of this one, this plant suits you the best. So we are done with our third plant, and this is the only Monstera that we have in our plant haul today. Then let's proceed further to another family, and I'm so excited to share with you guys our latest addition sa ating Anthurium collections, and this is our Anthurium Red Crystallinum. So just take a look and be amazed at how beautiful this Anthurium is. It has that very beautiful and sharp na heart shape. So this is its newest leaf. So it's called Red Crystallinum because of its newest leaf na instead of the usual medyo maroon or may pagka-brown na color sa kanyang panibagong dahon, it would go out as medyo reddish yung kanyang color. So you might mistake this one as a silver blush or a crystal hope kasi medyo magkapareho sila ng style na malalapad or thick yung kanyang mga veins along with some crystal-like structures dito. But this one, yung pinaka-main characteristics talaga ng ating Red Crystallinum is that yung kanyang pinakabagong dahon, it would turn out as medyo reddish-brown yung kanyang color or yung kanyang shade ng kanyang color. So this Red Crystallinum that we have guys, this is a locally grown, and I'm not sure if there are already imported ones or tissue cultured na mga Red Crystallinum. So let me get my Crystal Hope para magkaroon tayo ng better appreciation or comparison between these two Anthuriums. So we have here our Crystal Hope, and it's quite large already. We already have some very big leaves here. So ito guys I think you can already see and check the differences between our two Anthuriums. They almost have that same veins na design or yung kanyang venation na medyo makapal, and it's highlighted by that medyo whitish or light green na crystal-like structures dito. So flex natin yung ating Crystal Hope. Yan. And for our Red Crystallinum, so I think at this point we can already see one of the biggest difference here, and that's on the shape of its leaves. Itong ating Red Crystallinum, it has that medyo pointy or narrow na heart shape. And as for our Crystal Hope, medyo round or circlish yung kanyang shape ng kanyang pagka-heart. Again, in terms of rarity, yung ating Red Crystallinum, this is considered to be a more rare na Anthurium as compared with our Crystal Hope. So we can expect that this is kind of pricey also as compared with our Crystal Hope. Maybe some of you will agree with me that yung ating mga local na mga Anthuriums talaga, it really comes with a price. So with this rarity, talagang medyo mapapawaw tayo sa kanyang pricing, especially sa mga local ones lang, not the imported ones kasi alam ko meron din ibang mga anthuriums na mga important. Nagsisidatingan na ngayon kaya medyo nagiging affordable na sila kagaya ng ating mga Clarinervium and other anthuriums. So itong ating red crystallinum, I haven't seen one na imported or tissue cultured version of this. So at this point, meron na tayong isang rare na anthurium added in our collection. So we are done with our first 3 families of plants from our Syngonium, from our Monstera and our anthurium. And now let's proceed to the next family natin, which is the Philodendron, and actually yung ating 5th to our 10th plant, they all belong to the family of Philodendron. At yung pinakaunang i-feature natin today is our Philodendron Golden Serratum. So ito guys, flex natin yung ating Golden Serratum na may mga malalaking mga dahon na, and yung kanyang pinaka-trademark is of course yung kanyang pagkakaroon ng golden color or yung pagkakaroon ng mga yellowish green na color ng mga dahon. So actually this is just the same with your typical na Serratum na mga green ones or the jungle boogie ones. But then yung kanyang main difference na talaga is yung shade ng kanyang color. And actually, I've been eyeing getting this plant way back pa guys. I think early this year pa because I've seen so many beautiful plants na version ng ating Golden Serratum. Pero at that very moment, hindi ko pa talaga nakita or makita yung gustong gusto ko. So ito, when I saw this one posted online, actually in one of the live sellings, I immediately fell in love with this one, with its size. Although meron mga konting damages dito sa kanyang mga dahon. But overall, nagustuhan ko talaga siya because malalaki na yung kanyang mga dahon. And we already have multiple leaves here. In fact, we have 9 leaves. And then meron na rin siyang shoot dito na papalabas. So itong ating Golden Serratum guys, this is actually a tissue cultured na Philodendron. And I think it was early this year pa na nagsisilabasan or nagsisidatingan itong ating Golden Serratum. So at this point, medyo affordable na yung kanyang prices, and I decided to add this one also in our collection because I am really attracted with its golden color, and then makakapagbigay talaga ito ng color or vibrance sa ating garden. So let me return our first Philodendron na na-feature in our episode today, and that is our Philodendron Golden Serratum. I'm just not sure guys if it's still called Jungle Boogie, even if it's the golden version. Let's just do a research or verify on that one. So let's proceed further to our next Philodendron, and this is our 6th plant for our plant haul today, and this is our Philodendron Pasta Sanum. So I can still recall that last year, I think that was late last year or somewhat mid-half of last year, mid-late last year, itong ating Philodendron na Pasta Sanum, it's quite trendy talaga. And it was very pricey at that point guys. Like, when I say pricey, talagang pricey siya. I think on a per leaf basis, nasa mga 20,000 or something yung kanyang price. It's beautiful, but it's way too expensive for me that time. But at this point, kasi marami na rin nagdadatingan ng mga panibagong supplies ng ating mga Pasta Sanum. So ngayon, medyo naging affordable na siya. And what I really love about our Pasta Sanum is that it has that typical na Philodendron na feel, na magagandang mga dahon, may mga patterns sa kanyang mga veins. And this is, actually this is also a crawling type of a Philodendron, same with our Gloriosum, some of our Plomenias, and some of our Mames. So magkapareho sila ng growth pattern. And in terms of the leaf design naman, yung ating Pasta Sanum, it's quite glossy. Hindi siya velvety feel. And take a look at the heart shape natin dito guys. Talagang maganda din yung kanyang mga heart shape. And I just would like to flex and share with you guys, and I'm very happy about this one kasi meron na rin siyang papa-unfurl na pang-4 na dahon. Siguro some of you might recall that I really love mga variegated na mga plants, especially yung ating mga variegated na mga Philodendrons. But that doesn't mean na hindi ko na ma-appreciate yung ating mga green colored na mga Philodendrons. So you guys just stay tuned because we'll be featuring some more hybrid na mga Philodendrons later on our episode. And by the way guys, for our Pasta Sanum, we have already featured yung kanyang silver version during our previous episode. So this is our silver Pasta Sanum. So side by side natin sila with our regular na Pasta Sanum. So they have that similar na mga leaf patterns, shape ng mga down, and then yung kanyang growth patterns. Plus the silver markings or yung kanyang mga silver variegations dito sa kanyang mga dahon. And in terms of pricing, we can expect na yung ating silver Pasta Sanum, this is quite pricey na as compared with our regular na pasta sanum. And actually, itong ating pot na fineflex natin, this is already my propagation. And what I also love about our pasta sanums, and that includes our silver pasta sanums, that they are fast growing na mga philodendrons. Talagang mapapawaw ka guys sa kanilang bilis in terms of leaf production. So now we are done with our philodendron na pasta sanum. And let us proceed further with another philodendron. And this time naman, this is a hybrid one. And this is our Philodendron Plumenii hybrid. So ito, i-flex natin guys yung ating bagong addition na philodendron in our collection. So ito, it's primarily called as hybrid. I'm not sure lang kung anong hybrid ito, but very sure na this is a Plumenii and hybrid siya of something else. But on the way I see it, I kind of feel like parang mame Plumenii yung kanyang pagka-hybrid because of the typical heart shape na we have for our mame na medyo narrow or medyo sharp yung kanyang pagka-heart shape, and even yung kanyang mga patterns dito sa kanyang mga dahon. We can see na meron siyang nakuha din na similarities from that of a mame. But ito guys, disclaimer lang natin, I'm not really claiming na talagang mame yung kanyang pagka-hybrid. Feel ko lang na parang mame yung kanyang hybrid nito. So ito guys, actually, isa ito sa mga Ecuadorian na mga plants na nagiging trending ngayon, and later on din actually mag-feature din tayo ng mga some more Ecuadorian na mga plants. So ito, it's already well acclimated dito sa Philippines, and in fact, meron na rin siyang shoot dito, napapalabas. So magiging 3 leaves na ito soon. And in introduction na rin din natin, kasi nakapag-mention na tayo about mga Ecuadorian plants. Yung next na plant na i-flex natin, our 8th na philodendron. This is another hybrid. And this is our Plomenii Blackface. This is considered as a hybrid then philodendron. So this is basically Plomenii hybrid of something. And again, I'm so sorry kasi hindi ko talaga alam kung ano yung kanyang mix or yung kanyang pagka-hybrid. But this is kind of trending na ngayon because of its very stunning na leaf design or yung kanyang leaf pattern. So dito, we can still see the silver markings dito sa ating Plomenii na hybrid. And if you try to check on the shape of its leaves, medyo kakaiba yung kanyang pagka-heart shape as compared with our regular na Plumenii. So let me just put this one for a while and get my regular na Plumenii so that we can better compare these two na Plumenii that we have. So ito guys, this is our Plomenii Blackface or yung ating Plumenii na hybrid din compared with our Plumenii na regular Plumenii. Dito makikita natin na meron talaga silang differences. Number one, on the leaf pattern or yung kanyang mga markings. Let's focus on one of its oldest leaf guys, kasi itong bagong dahon medyo hindi pa natin makikita yung kanyang true form or yung kanyang mature form. So this one, side by side natin sila at makikita talaga tayo ng differences between these two philodendrons. So ito medyo plain green lang siya with some silver markings din dito sa gitna. Very simple and very plain lang talaga. And then i-compare natin with our Plomenii na Blackface. Medyo detailed yung kanyang venation, yung kanyang silver markings, and even yung kanyang shape ng kanyang pagka-heart. And in terms of pricing also, we can expect na yung ating Plomenii na Blackface, this is quite pricey or more expensive as compared with our regular na Plomenii. So to explain also kung bakit siya tinatawag na Blackface, it's because yung kanyang dahon, it kinda looks like very dark talaga guys. It's not really color black, but it's really dark as compared with the regular na Plomenii. And one observation that I've also seen with our Plomenii na Blackface guys, in terms of growth pattern or yung kanyang speed of growth, ito mas mabilis siyang mag-produce ng dahon as compared with our regular na Plomenii, considering the fact that this is an imported one. Dito na-observe ko, ito kakalabas lang nito. And then right now, meron na rin siyang panibagong shoot. So itong ating Plomenii na Blackface, this is our 8th plant for our plant haul today. And let's proceed further sa ating siyam na plant. And this is our Philodendron Sp Colombia no ID. So actually, this is not the first pot that I have na Sp Colombia. This is my second pot na kasi talagang gustong-gusto ko yung ating SP Colombia and I've been very vocal about it, guys. Talagang tinatarget ko makuha ito ever since last year pa, but considering on the rarity of this philodendron last year, sobrang mahal pa talaga nito. But then right now, marami na kasing nagsisitatingan ng mga Ecuadorian plants ng mga philodendrons, and that already includes our SP Colombia, no ID. Siguro na-explain ko na ito dati kung bakit siya tinawag na SP Colombia no ID, kasi at this very moment wala pa itong specific na ID, but it actually belongs to the family of Pasta Sanum. So we have a 3-leaf na SP Colombia dito, and then i-flex muna natin yung kanyang isang dahon dito. This is its newest leaf, and just be amazed at how beautiful our SP Colombia is. Napaka-dark ng kanyang color, and then in terms of yung veins niya dito, it's very deep din. Maganda din yung kanyang heart shape, medyo narrow. And then especially kapag lumaki na sila at naging full mature size na, ma-appreciate talaga natin yung beauty ng ating SP Colombia. And flex din natin, guys. Ito yung kanyang pang-apat na papa-unfurl na dahon. So ito, I think yung mga Ecuadorian talaga ng mga plants, they are very fast growing. Yun yung based on my observations as compared with the locally grown dito sa atin. So this is my second SP Colombia. So let me just flex our first one na medyo maliit pa. So ito sila, guys. This is a 3-leaf then SP Colombia. We have 3 leaves here, and then papa-unfurl yung ating pang-apat. And in terms of sizing, medyo malaki talaga itong ating bagong nakuha. So let me just return our first pot of SP Colombia. And talking about our SP Colombia, again, ito talaga yung kanyang pinaka-main attraction, yung kanyang beauty, stunning venation, stunning leaf pattern, and then yung kanyang dark color, that it's really, really attractive. Now we are done with our 9th plant, and this is our second to the last plant. And we can proceed further sa ating panghuling philodendron, and our very last plant for our plant haul today. And actually, I've been eyeing on getting this philodendron for quite some time. The very first time I've seen this one, talagang na-attract na ako kagad sa kanyang beauty. And this is our Philodendron Mcdowell. And just to share with you guys, this is another hybrid or crossbreed din na philodendron. So this is a hybrid between Gloriosum and a Pasta Sanum. So that is why medyo makakakita tayo ng similarities between the two plants, primarily with the heart shape niya, very roundish siya, and that one, it got its genes from the Gloriosum. But then yung kanyang leaf naman, it's parang mixed din siya of both. It's not velvety, it's not glossy. Yung ating Gloriosum, it's quite velvety. And our Pasta Sanum naman, it's quite glossy. So yung kanyang texture naman, guys, parang nakuha niya both worlds. So medyo somewhat in between yung kanyang feel. So at a distance, and I think you can relate to this one, guys, you can actually see na para talaga siyang Gloriosum along with its white veins dito sa ating mga dahon. Medyo hindi na siya pronounced kasi nga it's a hybrid between a Gloriosum and a Pasta Sanum. So kaya medyo nag-fade din yung kanyang white veins dito sa gitna. And trust me, guys, ito sa video, it actually looks different sa video and in the actual form. If you get a hold of this one at makita mo yung ating Mcdowell in person, dun mo talaga ma-appreciate yung kanyang beauty. It's really different from what we see in the videos. And at this point, I think na-observe na ninyo, guys, that I'm really in love with Ecuadorian na mga plants. So that includes our Mcdowell, and I'm still eyeing on getting some other Ecuadorian na mga plants. So finally, we have another stunning na philodendron added in our collection. And I think that would be it for our plant haul today, and I do hope na nag-enjoy din kayo sa ating pa-plant haul. And so before we end our video, let us do our shoutouts. Shoutout kay Sir Renji Sanchez. Shoutout also to Sir Paul Pantanilla. Shoutout na rin kay Ma'am Marinette Dupain Cheng. Shoutout also to Sir Jeffrey Lubgoban. Shoutout na rin kay M. Santillan. Good day to Sir Gerardo Domingo. Shoutout na rin kay Franz Ezekiel. Shoutout also kay Ma'am Evelyn Santiago. Shoutout na rin kay Arquitecto Hardinero. Thank you so much for always watching our videos. Thank you. And shoutout also to Ma'am Casiana Udang. Shoutout also to Ray Hussein. Shoutout to Ma'am Sharon Esponilla. And shoutout to JR Berberio. So guys, if you happen to like our videos, please don't forget to click on the like button, share it to your friends, your families, your loved ones, to your walls, and to any social media platforms that you have. And if bago ka pa lang sa ating channel, please do not forget to click on the subscribe button and click on the bell notification as well para maging updated kayo sa ating mga latest uploads. Once again, this is Bechoy, your plantito from Mindanao. Happy planting!